Sun here. Today we're going to be talking about Tartaria and trying to put some of this together for you. Some of you are new to this whole situation, but others have been following it for a while and just refuse to take a look into it because you say a proper video hasn't been made yet. But this is our attempt to try and do that. Now, this is our new style, by the way. Pretty cool, right? I'd say so. Pretty awesome. And we feel like we can express ourselves better in this way while keeping our egos separate from the channel. Pretty cool, right?
And just because we have these bodies doesn't mean we're artificial intelligence of some kind. That's crazy.
Right? The comments we get on this channel are shocking sometimes, even laughable. You would think if we were robots, we'd make less mistakes.
Oh, Solon.
Not yet. Just hold on. Not yet.
My grandpa worked for the Pentagon once.
Pretty cool, right? Anyways, this is our new style, even though we literally never use it again after this video. I don't remember learning about Tartaria in high school, and the controllers probably did this on purpose. I mean, this architecture just looks far too important to not learn anything about. And I'm going to kind of break down how Tartaria was once a worldwide civilization. And I'm going to list off a lot of names of places and families and facts from history without clarifying in any way what I'm talking about or listing the names on the screen, and so you can at least look it up yourself. I'm just going to say names like Giovanni and Vecchi and other strange foreign names and make no reference to them later, and also change my opinion in other videos that come out after this where I say things that completely just contradict anything that was said in the last video. I kind of want to talk about something interesting though, and that's the whole thing about how our history comes from Greeks. I don't know, it all seems silly to me, but so there's a story of this priest named Solon who he's with some Egyptians who are, you know, known for their ancient mystical knowledge, and he's trying to impress these Egyptians with his knowledge of, you know, ancient history. And the priests are just looking at Solon and not responding, and Solon is just trying his hardest to get these priests to say something in response. And it just goes to show how the Greeks knew absolutely nothing, and Solon and the rest of the Greek civilization were basically children compared to the Egyptian knowledge. And the priest even told Solon, there's not one among you who have made it to adulthood, saying basically that all of them are children or have the minds of children. And it's pretty interesting because we don't really learn about this when we learn the classical history. So we're gonna actually read some of this story. We'll just read some of it. The story is well known and comes from Plato's Timaeus. Solon, the lawgiver, has traveled to Egypt, and there, in the city of Sais, he speaks to one of the old priests, who tell him how 9,000 years before, a power named Atlantis had fought against Europe and Asia. These passages are celebrated. In fact, they are a fundamental part of the canon of Western knowledge, whether as metaphor or darkly twisted truth. However, there is a passage at the beginning that is overlooked, at least has been overlooked by me in the past. In it, the priest, named doubtfully Sanchez by Plutarch in a later age, describes periodic catastrophes breezing over the earth, destroying knowledge and memory. This is why, according to Plato, the Greeks retained no memory of Atlantis.
Thereupon, one of the priests, who was of a very great age, said, "O Solon, you Hellenes are never anything but children, and there is not an old man among you." Solon in return asked him what he meant. I meant to say, he replied, that in mind you are all young. There is no old opinion handed down among you by ancient traditions, nor any science which is hoary with age. And I will tell you why. There have been, and will be again, many destructions of mankind arising out of many causes. The greatest have been brought about the agencies of fire and water, and other lesser ones by innumerable other causes.
Okay, so you can kinda see why we're a little skeptical. I mean, these are the Greeks we're talking about here, the people we get all of our history and information, and even the structure of our laws from. And to the Egyptians, they're saying they're just children, like they know absolutely nothing. And that's not even where it stops. I mean, I'd go as far as to say that the Greeks and the Romans didn't even exist, and that Plato is completely made up, along with all these other characters, like Aristotle or Socrates. I'm gonna show you how there was a great civilization called Tartaria, or the Irish, or the Phoenicians, or whatever you want to call them, just not the Jesuits, anything but them. There was a great civilization called Tartaria, and it had antiquitech all over our planet, and great structures and buildings and free energy, and people lived healthy, longer lives, and somehow it was all destroyed, and in the blink of an eye, it seems like these people just disappeared, and no one quite knows what happened. Well, that all changes now because I think I know what happened, and I'm gonna explain how this civilization came to an end. I mean, they didn't even have to use the bathroom back then. That's how great their lives were. I'm gonna explain how the Jews used their ancient black magic to destroy the civilization with a meteor.
Oh, Solon, Solon.